All right, I'm on my natural camera app. This is what I wanted to show you guys. I want you guys to look at this. Hold on. I'm gonna flip my camera view so you guys can see this. You tell me what this shit is. You tell me, are these clouds? And don't tell me this is condensation trails. This is chemical trails, because condensation dissipates. Chemicals coagulate, and they thicken, they stick together. Just like if it's condensation, just like if you go in the cold weather and you're talking and you see the condensation coming out of your breath because of the mixture of a warm breath or hot breath and cold air, it causes condensation. That dissipates quickly. It doesn't stick in the sky. But that's what they're telling you guys on the internet. If you go to Google and you type in chemtrails, it says no, it's not chemical trails, it's condensation from jet engines, from aircraft. It's not that. I want you guys to look at this shit and use your brain for a second and tell me if this is condensation or chemicals that they're spraying on us. I want you to look at this. Hold on. Now, camera's kind of, let me clean my lens. Hold on. Okay. Do you guys see that line? Okay, you see the stop, you see the traffic light. It's red, so I'm stopped. You see that damn line that's going across? Let me zoom in. You see that line in the sky? What the fuck is that? Don't tell me that's condensation, folks. And there's many more. From my vantage point, I can only show you this. Earlier this morning, there were many more streaks. And what happens is that it forms those fake clouds that you guys see above me. All right? Those aren't real clouds, folks. Those are chemicals that they're spraying. Now, you guys wonder, you guys talk about the California fires, and everyone's in an uproar about that, and that seems to be the main news that's you know, matriculating through the airwaves. Everyone keeps talking about the Los Angeles fires. Those fires were not due to arson. It's not due to somebody walking around with a cigarette. Again, I'm all over the place right now. Hold on, just look at that shit. Look at the line. It's not dissipating, folks. That's not God in the sky creating a cloud for you dumb religious folks that think that God is up there creating clouds. That's man using technology to do what the fuck they want to us. And they keep this kind of information concealed, and they lie to us and say that it's condensation from aircraft. Bullshit. Bullshit. If you look at the traits and the characteristics of condensation doesn't stick. I'm not an idiot. Think about it. Okay, let's give it for instance. When you're at home and you take a hot ass shower, you see that steam that happens in the shower or in the steam room. That's what you consider, or that's what you can identify as characteristics of condensation. It comes, it sticks around for a little bit, and it goes away. It doesn't stay there. That, folks, is not condensation. That's chemical trails, or the scientific term, the correct and accurate term to use is geoengineering. Why is it geoengineering? Because they're engineering the geosphere. They're engineering the stratosphere. They're engineering the atmosphere. Just like you have natural foods and you have GMO foods that are genetically modified. Well, folks, we have modified weather as well, if you didn't know that. Wake the fuck up. It's 2025. When I was younger, ignorance could be used as an excuse for not knowing. And age has nothing to do with it. I don't care how or when or what time you come to the age of awakening. Okay? It depends when you were born. It depends when you were born. If you were born in the 50s and 60s, you may not have known much. But in the age of technology, the technology boom that we've had, where you can actually access information in the palm of your hand. Now there's a catch 22 to that. It's a double-edged sword to that, because you can also have a lot of misinformation as well. And that's what the public is banking on, that you take the things that are really common sense, and people on the internet that are telling you these things. Hold on, let me get off this angle so you guys are just watching my steering wheel. Hold on. All right. Yeah, so the people that are telling you guys these things, rather than using common sense, it's like, well, it's misinformation because Google said it's misinformation. Misinformation, my ass. There's information out there to be gained. All right. Yes, I agree that there's misinformation. There's a such thing as misinformation, but the misinformation that we are receiving is misinformation by the mainstream media. The status quo is the misinformation. The indoctrination is a misinformation. What's accepted as the norm is the misinformation. The norm is to say that the wildfires were caused by extreme drought. That's the excuse, folks. Well, then you have to ask another question, dig a little bit deeper. You have to ask yourself this. If the wildfires are caused by extreme drought, because, California doesn't get any rain, ask yourself the question, why? Why do we have extreme drought? Oh, well, it's natural weather phenomenon. The earth is warming up, and the climate change. No, it's none of that shit. Anything that happens to the planet is induced by the hands of men. Just like if someone gets sick, you're getting sick because of your environment. If you're eating toxic foods, you will get sick. It's just a matter of time till the body says enough is enough. I have to excrete these toxins out of you because you've been eating bad. Yeah, getting sick is natural. Well, we think that getting sick is natural because our environment is sick. So if we have a sick ecosystem, then being sick becomes the norm. Just like weather, we have extreme shifts in weather. Extreme shifts in weather is not a normal phenomenon. Hence the term extreme shifts. People say, oh, it's global warming. No, it's not. Oh, look at it. There's another fucking streak. Watch it. Excuse my language. I'm just pissed off right now. There's another streak in the sky that I'm going to show you. There's another chemtrail I'm going to show you. Look at that. Look at that downward. Look at that. That's condensation, you idiot? Or is that chemtrail? And I call you an idiot respectfully. Because sometimes it takes a while. It takes somebody to be brash in order to wake you up. And I don't care if you're offended. You can hate me, but respect the truth. There's spray here in Texas. We're supposed to have an extreme freeze this weekend. Today is Thursday. This is how they engineer the weather, folks. It's a mixture of chemicals. That's why they call it chemical nucleated ice storms or chemical nucleated freezes. It's nucleated by chemicals. Chemicals is at the center. Chemicals is at the nucleus of it all. Radio wave technology, ionosphere heaters, they do this. They do this. This is normal for them. Effing around with the weather is normal for them, the same way they've been messing around with our natural foods and natural substances. All right? Yeah, so that's what they're doing. So, so when we see these things, because we've been a part of it for so long, we've been a part of sickness, where sickness is the norm. And anyone that injects or attempts to inject a modicum of truth is considered the crazy nut job, tinfoil hat wearing person. You're insane, you're crazy, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Because our minds and our brains have been trained to accept sickness. And sickness is a transcendent term because it impacts and gets into every avenue and every crevice of life. Entertainment is sick. Our relationships are sick. The way we eat is sick. Our lifestyles are sick. Counterintuitive and very counterintuitive and counterproductive and antithetical to the human makeup. We're not supposed to be on a timeline. Time is not supposed to exist. It's supposed to exist, but not the way that we are governed by it. It's not supposed to dictate us. It's not supposed to dictate our movements, putting us in a position to be worker slaves or wage slaves. We live by the clock. Oh, it's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I gotta get to work. I got this due at 9. I gotta be here at 10. I gotta be here at this. That's life? Well, yeah, that's life because that's been a part of what we've been under for so long. So your brain has been trained to accept that as the norm. So when you accept that as the norm, anybody that speaks out against that, we label them as being crazy, or they're talking about some fringe concepts there. We don't know what the hell they're talking about. He's a crazy nut job. Let's tune him out. I'm just a crazy guy on the internet, right? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Well, you can name call all you want, but I'm just imploring people just to use their common sense and think a little bit. And I don't want you to even think outside the box. Think in the box. Take what they're giving you in your box, in your space, in your earth, in your atmosphere. Take what they're giving you, look at it, use scientific observation, use your eyes, use your senses, use deductive reasoning, use what you already know. Take the simple concepts that you already understand. Take the micro perspectives of your life, the things that are simple to understand, and ask yourself, if I'm given information from the internet, from the mainstream media, and mainstream media it doesn't necessarily mean television. Mainstream media means everything. Social media, anything that, any place, any area, any location that people actually go to get information, that's mainstream, because it's mainstream. It's streamed from many hubs. Doesn't mean that you're going to one specific means of using that sort of apparatus to get your information. You don't necessarily have to get mainstream media information from the television. You can get it from your internet. You can get it from your cell phone. You can get it from your computer, your PC, depending on what websites you go to. Okay? So with that being said, mainstream gives you the status quo. And a lot of the times that they give you the status quo, you have to question it, because they cannot be trusted, because it's controlled information. When information is controlled, it means that they're afraid of the information getting out of control, because when the information gets out of control, human minds, left alone, can decipher what's bullshit and what's not bullshit. But they control the information to keep us funneled in, to siphon our brains into their channel, into their stream. Hence why they call it mainstream. We're streaming their nonsense, and we accept that as truth. I just showed you guys examples. I just showed you guys evidence of them dumping shit on us. And you wonder why people have respiratory problems, why people are getting sick. You wonder why the weather does what it does. And okay, if they were spraying something that was good on top of us, they would announce that. They don't even say that they're spraying anything. They lie and say, oh, it's just condensation. It's just condensation from aircraft. And then we just go about our business. So I'm very, very alarmed and concerned, highly perplexed, that people are so damn indifferent. And I'm a laid back kind of guy. People who know me, I'm not a rah-rah kind of person. I'm more animated on here than I am in real life. Because when I get on here, it's therapeutic for me to speak my mind. I don't give a damn what people think. You know, there's only a small group of people that I can have conversations with like this. And that doesn't happen very often. So this is like an outlet for me. What we see happening, folks, is that so many people are so indifferent that the fact that there's no outrage by the populace, the fact that there's no outrage by people, because everyone is so preoccupied with their own lives in their own box. Everyone's thinking about their next vacation or their next this, or the next thing they're going to buy, then their next material trinket. We are spiritual beings, but we've been overhauled by cargo. When I say cargo, I mean materials. That we forget that the controllers and the operators of the system are just poisoning us, and we're just sitting here accepting it as if everything's okay. But it's not okay. It's not okay. So that's all I wanted to share, guys. Let me get off my soap. Well, I'm not on my soapbox. I'm not on my soapbox. I'm just talking. And it's just frustrating that even my wife has started to see this. She's a person that doesn't even look deep into things. She was like, hold on, those fires that happened in California, why they all just, it seems like they all happened at the same time. Yeah, it was planned. Have you heard of direct energy weapons? It was planned, folks. Everything's planned. And when it's planned, they send out mass messages to people, which is part of the indoctrination. They send messages go out, oh, our condolences and prayers go out to the people in California, to LA with the fires. Whenever something is mass produced and planned and manufactured by the government, the same government that comes in to provide the aid, they're the same government that causes the issue. They are the culprits. Now, when I say government, not the government you guys think of. There's another government. There's a shadow government. The government that you guys see is a proxy government. There's another government that governs them. I know you guys don't get it. I know. You guys think that you're being logical because you're trying to find a logical reason why those fires happened the way that they did. I've already given videos about why they did it. It was a land grab. 2028, the Olympics are gonna come. Developers want those people moved out. They want to renovate. They want to create a smart grid, smart city, a smart area. They're getting prepared for 2028, folks. Land builders and land developers they're about to rake in billions and millions of dollars. It's a land grab and a money grab. America has always done this. When they want something, they get what they want by mass destruction, and they blame it on natural disasters, or they blame it on a foreign. They create an enemy and call them terrorists, and then they say this is a terroristic threat. Just like 9/11. You think 9/11 was done by a bunch of Muslims? You're an idiot. 9/11 we were attacked by our own government. America is a treasonous government. The real government. Not the White House, not the Senate. That's proxy. That's fake. There's another government that governs that. That's the shadow. You don't see that one. They call it shadow because it's hidden. It's concealed. There's no excuse, guys. We can use ignorance. Maybe in the past you can use ignorance because we didn't know much. But you literally have a whole library in the palm of your hand. So if you don't know things, it's because you're being willfully ignorant. There's a lot of information out there. You can be misinformed, but that's still not an excuse, because even if you're misinformed, you have so many counter arguments. All right, you have so many counter arguments. You have so many arguments that contradict each other that it's left up to you as the individual, as an autonomous being, as an individual being. Don't get into this tribal concept where you're picking sides or picking cliques. Or I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican, I'm a left wing, I'm a right wing. That shit, we should get rid of all those classifications. Let's just sit down for a minute, use our brains, take all the information that you're given, and just apply. The reason why it's called common sense, because it's something that is common. It's something that we're all given. But we're so busy, which the system does deliberately, that we don't have time to think. We're just told what to think. And again, I've always said this. We're not taught how to think. We're given what to think. And then we're supposed to just be okay with that. And that becomes something that drives the narrative. But we never dig deeper. We never get the shovel to dig deeper into the dirt to find out what's buried underneath. And even if I might not come to the conclusion, all right, that's identified as being accurate, but I'm much closer to the truth than I was initially, because what you're being told is the furthest thing from the truth. Weather is controlled. I've been saying that. You know it's controlled. Here in Houston, we make fun of the weather. Say, oh, this is bipolar weather. 1 minute it's cold, 1 minute it's hot. 1 minute it's freezing, 1 minute it's like the weather. And you think that's natural? Nothing natural happens in extremes. The pendulum never swings that rapidly. And no matter what, even when the body heals itself, even when you were a little kid and you got a cut on your arm, you don't get a cut and wake up and the cut and the scar is gone. There's always a slow process, an organic process with organic constituents within the blood and within the bone, within the biochemical constructs of the body that helps to heal you. And it's a slow process, because true healing, when it happens organically, has to be slow, because it's repairing everything from within and taking in elements from the out, combining both together to make you whole. That's not something that happens overnight. As I told you before, you take the micro concepts of life, the things that you understand to be true, the things that you already know due to empirical evidence. Empirical evidence means that things that you've experienced. Things that you've experienced, you take the knowledge, take what you do know, and apply that same metric, that same law of what governs that simplicity of what you already know. Because we tend to marginalize the things that we know. We tend to be trivial. We think that, oh, I know that, but I need to learn more. No, you can take what you know, no matter how simple it is, and use that information as your foundation to learn more things that are a little bit more complicated or intricate, things that are a little bit more nuanced. You may not get to the truth like 100%. You may not get there, but you'll be much closer than the average Joe. So we all know that. We all know that certain things happen slow. So why is there rapid weather shifts? 1 minute is hot, 1 cold. Oh, that's just Texas weather. No, that's engineered weather. Why do you think they mass produce food? They genetically modify the food so they can mass produce it. Because if they produced it naturally, it'll be slower. See, we're living in a military industrial complex. It's an industrial complex. It's an industry. It's a business. So when you're about money and greed, you need to mass produce products so people can buy. Because people can buy. And the same way that they've tampered with food and impacted the food industry is the same way they've impacted the weather. I mean, everything that's natural has been molested and impacted. I'm not talking out of my ass, folks. Just use what you already know. You know GMOs exist. Genetically modified organisms, food. What makes you think that every other thing is just left alone? Oh, this is just natural weather. It's natural phenomena. Natural my ass. Those fires were caused by direct energy weapons. Without a doubt. And then they send out things to make everybody, oh, my heart goes out to the people, condolences. Can't y'all see the trend? Y'all don't see the trend? America attacks its citizens, and then they act as if they give a damn. People saying that those fires were planned, that's not revelation. There were a bunch of people that are part of it, but people have gag orders. There's certain people who have jobs, you have a gag order. If you speak out against what you know, you can go to jail, you can go to prison. That's the law. The law works twofold, right? Yeah, the law protects people from being harmed. Yeah, we get that. But there's another part of the law. They're called statutes of an enterprise, or statutes that an organization used to govern their practice. It's linked with their praxis. Or when I say praxis and practice are two different things. Practice is what you do. Praxis is the philosophy that fuels what you do. So praxis goes into your more into your worldview, the way you see things, and that usually dictates your ideology. Truly dictates the way you move or how you govern yourself in a practical way. So your practice and praxis are two different things. So when you have an organization, an owner, if I built an organization from the ground up with my money, my hard work, all right, I have the ability to write contracts to hire people and say, okay, you're gonna have this job, you're gonna get paid X amount of dollars, but on your contract you cannot do X, Y, Z. You're gonna get paid well and compensated very well. But if you violate the contract, you can go to jail, you can be sued. All the money that you've earned, you will have to pay back. They could put anything they want, but because people love money so much, people are willing to sign the dotted line. They're like, well, this can't be a bad job. We just work in a weather place. I mean, it's not that bad. Why would I go out and tell the secrets? This place is a good place. I mean, whatever. Just give me my paycheck. Give me my stipend. I'm fine. But when you realize these organizations, I think OSHA is one of them. I think it's I forgot the acronym, but what it stands for. I don't know if it's OSHA, National Oceanic Atmosphere. I forgot. But it's an organization. I don't know if it's called OSHA. I forgot the name. I forgot the acronym. But a lot of those people have to sign contracts when they get hired, gag orders. A gag order means that you can't say shit. So people know to stay quiet and collect their money. So when you hear that money is at the root of all evil, it is, because money keeps people quiet. Everyone can be bought. And money doesn't mean anything to these controllers. They just print more to shut people up. And people will shut up as long as they're getting paid. People will. There's certain people with a high moral code who don't give a damn about money. You can't buy them off. And usually those kind of people get assassinated. They get killed. Those are the kind of people that go to sleep and don't wake up, and they'll say, hey, you died of natural causes, because they're poisoned. So you guys think that we live in this free society and the government's out to protect you? No, man, the government's out to destroy you. We've been governed by a foreign entity since the beginning of time. Our government is for foreigners. That's why they give foreign aid. They're always helping out other countries, because the benefit, what America benefits from, is to dominate other countries. It's not about its own citizens. It's about policing other places and to keep them in control. That's what empires do. Empires keeps their citizens enslaved, and they endeavor to get new territory to control more people. That's why they give money to Ukraine. That's why they allow people to cross the border and give them debit cards and give them housing. People here are struggling. We don't get shit. So I want you guys to start applying common sense. The shadow government is the government, not the government that they tell you is the government. And the media, the news that you're getting is actually, the news that you're getting is actually the misinformation that you accuse others of. Oh, don't go to the internet. There's a bunch of misinformation. And I hear these people on television like Colin Cowherd, these sports pundits, and they always like to go against people who think outside the box and say, oh, these are nut jobs. You can't believe anything that you get on the internet. But yet, these are the same people that get their information from the internet. Because information on the internet is mainstream. You have to dig deep to find other things. But when you dig deep and find out other information that's counter the narrative, that goes against the narrative, that's antithetical to the narrative, then all of a sudden, whoa. You can't believe everything on the internet. Oh, but you can believe what you want to believe on the internet, but I can't believe what I want to believe? Get the fuck out of here. Out of here. Information is controlled, folks. And people are waking up. There are many people that have content just like mine. I'm not saying I'm the best at it. I just do things the way I do it. I don't ask people to subscribe. I don't care about subscriptions. I'm going to keep doing this until I can't talk anymore. The more information I get, the more information I'm going to release. All right? So thank you guys for listening. I'm close to work. I'm going to get parked soon and get into this building. But thank you guys for listening. Leave a comment to me what you guys think. And remember, man, your health is your wealth. Above all things, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. Take care of your body. Because if you don't have that, you don't have anything. Peace. I love you guys.